tells us that donkey saw the angel standing there in the path, blocking them. And he could not imagine why this donkey would not proceed forward. He was trying to get on his way, and the donkey would not move for nothing. Now, he probably thought the donkey was just being stubborn, because that's what we always say about donkeys and jackasses, right? They're supposed to be stubborn, right? It wasn't that at all. That donkey saw that angel standing there with that sword, and he would not move, or she would not move. I think it was a she donkey. She would not move at all. The prophet tried hitting her. He tried kicking her. He tried hitting her with the whip. He tried hitting the back end. He tried everything. He struck the donkey several times. And don't you know what? God, Jesus, my Lord, I love the Lord God Almighty. You got to remember that everything belongs to him, including the animals, God opened up the mouth of that donkey, and that donkey talked with a man's voice. Have you ever in your lifetime been on a farm or in front of some animals and they actually spoke in a language that you can understand? I don't think the donkey was speaking English. The donkey was speaking Hebrew. That's what I believe. But either way, the donkey spoke with a man's voice and asked the prophet, "Why are you hitting me?" And I'm paraphrasing with the term that he used. But in other words, why are you hitting me? Why are you striking me? You know, he couldn't imagine why the donkey would not move. And the donkey is questioning him like, "Why are you hitting me? Why are you beating me? Why are you kicking me? Why are you doing that to me? I'm the one carrying you everywhere else you need to go." And it wasn't until the Lord opened up the prophet's spiritual eyes. See, his naked eye could not see that angel standing right there. The angel was right there, and he couldn't see him, but the donkey saw the angel. And finally, God opened up his eyes to see what he could not see. And when he finally realized there was this big, gigantic angel standing in front of him with a sword, ready to slay him, then it came to his understanding. OMG, my God. That's when it dawned on him why this donkey would not move. We've got to remember that the power of God is amazing. And you don't know what life is like until you have given the Lord an opportunity to have a relationship with you. Haskell Jackson, just remembering what life was like not having his dad in his life. He had his mama, but he didn't have his daddy. But at some point in time when he got saved, he recognized that Abba Father was his dad, was all the dad that he could ever ask for, that he could write a song like that called "It's All About You." He talking about the Lord. How can an artist actually testify about something like that in some lyrics without having a real encounter and a real experience with a God that they don't see? Ain't no other God's going to ever be able to compare to the one you're made in the image and the likeness of. Not one single God. You name me one. You're not going to find one that can align with God the Father. Absolutely not one. And I've said this before. If you are one of them people who worship statues, and you know doggone well somebody is taking a tool and they're carving and chiseling out the mouth and the eyes and the nose and the ears, but it can't speak, can't talk, can't heal, can't communicate. You know this, right? And you still got the nerve to bow down and worship it? You don't think you're going to be called to question on that when you have to stand before the Lord? You don't think so? Oh, you will. You will. Because you know doggone well, if a man, a human being, is have to stand over this thing and carve its mouth out, how can it be God? How can it be? How can it be when it's being created by the created? How does that make sense? That don't make no sense to me at all. So I just want to put that out there. I want y'all to remember everything that we do, everything that we say, everything that we think, everything that we imagine. God knows it all, has known it from the beginning. He knows it all. And we've got to be ready. The only way you can escape the foolishness and the error of your way is to believe and receive the Messiah. Believe and receive the word of God, the testimony of Jesus Christ. Believe and receive that testimony as truth, because that's the one and only thing that God has given us to escape eternal damnation. Ain't no other way to get around it. Ain't no other way. You can search high and low. You won't find it. You can only come to the Lord God Almighty through his son, Jesus the Christ. And I know that just rubs some people the wrong way when I say Jesus is the Son of God. And you know what? It really rubs them the wrong way when I say Jesus is God. Oh my God. People think I done said a cuss word, because that's too far above their head to understand how God can place himself inside of an earth suit and come down here and bring redemption to us. That's too far for them. They can't even see that. But you know what? God is that amazing. You can't see Jupiter either, but you know it's there. So you also know God is there as well. He's always there. And he's only, as far away as you want him to be. Some people got God so far away. Oh, I can't get to the Lord, because you don't want to get to the Lord. You don't want to. If you really, really want to, you will humble yourself. You will humble yourself and you will call on the name of the Lord. He is there to answer. You're listening to GODRadio1.com. And as I was talking about Haskell Jackson, because I went back just a little bit with that one, you also heard another oldie but goodie from an artist that's really good friends with our very own Dr. Robert Earl Dean. Her name is Anisha, and the song is called He Is. And then I went back with James Ray, who released a song called God's Love is Everlasting. I do have to take a quick commercial break, and I promise you, if God says the same, I will be right back after this. Don't touch that preset. This is GODRadio1.com. God bless y'all. Y'all, I actually went live just a little bit late. But let me pull up my, wait. Let me, before I do that and try to pull up my Facebook, because I can't see what I need to see. Give me an opportunity to make sure I got stuff lined up here correctly.
Down payment, rate buy down, or even debt payoff. Spend it or save it as you see.
Okay, I think we're good to go. We're good to go.
An additional $12,000 after closing through the Residential Clean Energy Tax Credit. If you could use up to $13,000 to help purchase a home and could benefit from an additional increased tax credit in the range of $12,000.
Let me get a little sip of coffee here.
Visit the ahagroup.org/Clinton James or call
just a little bit
49269 for more information.
There we go. Okay, that's straight. So now, let me pull up. Why is that so loud?
Website is
okay, I'm seeing a red meter here. Let me try something here.
Lessons in Christian Priesthood is now available for you on
okay, hopefully it's not distorting on you guys' end. I'm seeing a meter in red over here. Hopefully it's not distorting.
Lessons in Christian Priesthood.
I hope not. But let me get on over here to the Facebook page. And again, if anybody is tapped in, thank you so much for joining us on GODRadio1.com.
Can also be accessed.
Okay, I don't see nobody yet, so that's probably all right. Good. If somebody does happen to get on, I'll be able to see. I think I got the right page pulled up. Hold on. Let me make sure I ain't got my own page pulled up. That sometimes happens. I'm trying to manage my page as well as the radio station's page when I'm live also. So let me just make sure. Okay, I think we're good to go. I think we are good to go.
Get GODRadio1.com, the free app, and enjoy listening today.
I think I did it right.
San Diego, get ready.
I think I did it right.
A Father's Day celebration you don't want to miss. Featuring international recording artist Brett Jones and the Best Life Choir. Also taking the stage, Langston Grant, Men of Valor, and many more. This event will be taking place Saturday, June 7th at 6 p.m. at the Calvary Baptist Church, 719 Cesar E. Chavez Parkway, San Diego, California, 92114.
Okay.
Open at 5.
Oh, so precious, so precious.
$25 in advance, $30 at the door. Or you can go VIP for just $40. Free gift giveaway and refreshments will be served. This event will be hosted by none other than Evangel and Dr. Robert Earl Dean from GODRadio1.com.
That's right. Looking forward to it as well. Okay, there we go.
006376. Join us
Okay.
as we uplift the name of Jesus and celebrate the fathers in our life. A Father's Day celebration, June 7th at Calvary Baptist Church. Be there.
Be there.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brent Jones.
I'm gonna get into some Brent Jones, and then I will, as y'all saw, I ran out of time on yesterday. I didn't get an opportunity to really push the Father's Day celebration as well as the San Diego County Fair because I ran out of time. But I'm able to do it today. Got on a little bit late, but I'm here. I hope y'all enjoying that brand new Brent Jones banger. Very nice track. I love how he reminds people that the choir, music musicians, all of them, they need prayer too. Don't forget to cover them in prayer as they are ministering music to y'all during the service. Powerful. How he said he got to act confident even though he real nervous. We don't ever think about no choir director being nervous or no musicians on the instruments being nervous or the choir being nervous, you know. But it happens to them too. I'm glad he recorded the song and he stated that in the lyrics to the song. I love it though. Speaking of choirs, we got a big, gigantic 3-day concert taking place this weekend, starting Friday. It will be the centennial celebration of the Greater Jackson Memorial Church of God in Christ Church, which is under a different name now, Fountain of Life. It's a homecoming weekend family reunion, 3 days. Kicks off this Friday with the opening service and a fish fry for those of you that have grown up in the church. And remember that, getting fish plates and stuff after service. So this Friday, it will start at 7 p.m., opening the service with the fish fry. Saturday, we'll continue with an old school concert and the preach word. That will kick off Saturday at 5 p.m. And then it concludes on Sunday with a Sunday morning service at 11 a.m. and then an evening service at 4 p.m. at the location of 3805 Ocean View Boulevard in San Diego. I'll be talking about it in just a little bit. Currently hosted by Bishop J.A. Blake Jr. and Lady Dorothy Blake. For more information about it, it is free. Don't cost no money. They're just going to take up a free will offering each day. The phone number to call for information is 619-262-9002. It's going to be amazing. From what I understand, I'm going to end up missing at least the first part of the Friday, but I'll get there. I'll just be late. Have some radio stuff going on the same day. But it's going to be amazing. As I said before, it's free. The dinners will cost. They're going to be selling these big, well, they're nice pendants. Actually, it's like a commemorative centennial pendant of this celebration here. And those will be for sale. I believe they will also have... what else are they selling? I'm trying to remember if they decided to order t-shirts or not. I don't think they did. I think they're just going to be selling the pendants. The dinners, fish dinners are going to be for sale, as well as some other food items. And then for the early birds, they get these free cookies that are going to be distributed as well. So as this song gets ready to come to an end, let me get ready to do some promotion. For those of you that are on Facebook, I'm also live on the radio side in just a moment. Yes, yes, yes. Speaking about choirs, Lord have mercy, Jesus. That is the latest release from Brent Jones, and the song is called Praise in the Choir Stand. That's his latest release, and I hope you all have added that to your playlist because it's a banger. You can always expect that from Brent Jones. First of all, he's going to be here on June the 7th for a very special Father's Day celebration. This is being brought to you by the United Christian Workers Ministries, and they are presenting Brent Jones and the Best Life Choir in concert. Also on the ticket will be Men of Valor and Langston Grant and some more special guests. Myself and Dr. Robert O'Dean will be your host or MCs for the night. But this is basically to celebrate dads. Father's Day is coming up, And I know this organization wanted to do something different. We always hear about Mother's Day celebrations all the time. Moms get all kinds of stuff, available for them on Mother's Day. But it's not always the same for Father's Day. And after talking to my husband and then talking to my co-host, Walter Cole, and some other dads, they said, well, we just basically look forward to being at home, sitting in our favorite chair with our favorite meal in front of us and the remote. And being able to turn the channel without nobody objecting to what they want to watch, right? They just want to be in the comforts of their own home. Why? Because the dad is usually always away from the house working. So they don't want to be away from the house on Father's Day either. They just want to be able to come home because they don't get to just come home and kick it, right? Well, this is one of a few times where I am going to ask you dads to allow yourselves to be celebrated at this concert and allow your family members to gift you a ticket to come and hear Brent Jones Music Ministry. Brent Jones is a dad himself. He's also a pastor. And he's, of course, as you guys all know, a songwriter, a musician, singer, if you will, choir director, if you will. Brent Jones has been doing this for a long, long time. And for the United Christian Workers Ministries to decide to bring Brent Jones as a headliner, they thought enough to make sure they're going to send somebody down here that's going to really take you to church, if you will. And it ain't necessarily your traditional way of church. If y'all listen to Brent Jones, he's got an eclectic style about him. Even when it comes to choirs, it's not always that traditional way. But he definitely knows how to rock a concert and get you up out of your seat. And he also knows how to bring a dynamic word of encouragement. That's what this night is going to be all about. And I am asking you dads, I don't know if you got to put on your Sunday best because it's a concert. You probably can still dress comfortable if you want to, but just come out and be ready to be celebrated. That's the main thing. So those of you that are moms out there, daughters out there, wives, and some of you are girlfriends, and some of you are just supportive people in these dads' lives, from the youngest fathers that you know to the oldest dads still living. If you will, consider gifting them tickets to come to this concert. The tickets are only $25 in advance, $30 at the door, and $40 if you want the VIP experience. It will be at Calvary Baptist Church, 719 Cesar E. Chavez Parkway in San Diego. And again, if you want to purchase your tickets online, you can literally go to godradio1.com's website. You will see under events. Make sure you click events. When you click events, you're going to see this very flyer. The one I'm holding up in the camera right now as I am live on social media, for those who didn't know it. You'll see the flyer with Brent Jones' face on it. Just click that. That is going to take you right to the ticket site, and you can purchase your tickets right there. If you have any more information that you feel like you need, in preparation for the concert, simply call 619-300-6376. That is Evangelist Earlene Barkley's personal number. She'll be able to answer any questions, and she also does have some additional information if you want to get hard copy tickets. She has ticket locations, and she'll be able to tell you the nearest location to where you are at. But for most people that are in this digital world we're in right now, you want the ease of just being able to go online and purchase it that way. Of course, you pay your little service fees and stuff, but just make sure you get your husbands and your brothers and uncles and nephews, if you will, those who are dads of any capacity, and get them to this concert so that they can be celebrated. And again, this is happening on June the 7th. Doors will open up at 5 p.m. Concert starts at 6. I'm looking forward to it. So again, that was the latest from Brent Jones. We want to get into another artist that I haven't played in a while. And I can't remember if they are husband and wife or not. They might be brother and sister. I'm not for sure. But this is an oldie but goodie that I used to play a lot when we first launched the radio station almost about 8 years ago. And it's a group called God Made. I had the hardest time trying to refine this song. I did find it. But again, the song is called Anybody. Check out the lyrics right here on godradio1.com.
Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his ways, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. God likes me.
Yeah, this is a song I used to play a lot back in the day. And of course, y'all recognize the voice at the beginning. Bishop T.D. Jakes is on the cut. At least I should say a snippet of one of his sermons is on there.
I'm just a nobody, trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody. Yeah, Who can save anybody? Yeah, so many things have changed. I know who's in control. I lost all control. I had to let it go. Independent myself.
Independent artists from back in the day. This is one of their earlier releases. I know they have some more music out now, but this was one of the earlier releases that we got our hands on from them. And again, if you are an independent artist trying to get your music on this radio station, just send it to us, music@godradio1.com. Send us an MP3 copy of your music. Make sure you include the artwork with your music as well, so that we can actually make sure that it's connected to your MP3. If you do end up getting some airplay on this station, it's very important that you have the appropriate artwork with your single attached to it, because as I said before, there are a lot of artists who release songs with the exact same title. So we want to make sure the appropriate artwork is linked to the appropriate song, because there may be 3 other releases that came into our inbox with the exact same title. So we want to make sure we got the artwork with the right single. Make sure you send that. No promotional verbiage on the artwork at all, such as you can download my music on Spotify, download me on iTunes. Sometimes people send their artwork with that extra verbiage attached to it. We don't need that. We want the actual artwork for the single. That goes the same way for your MP3. We've had some people send us their MP3, but it was only a snippet of their song, and they had a radio commercial embedded in the audio. We don't play that. We hear anything like that, it's going to get deleted. All we need is the actual MP3. Now, y'all know you can't submit nothing like that to iTunes. So don't submit it to no radio station either, trying to get no free promo. It don't work like that. If you sending stuff to a radio station to promote you, you need to pay for their radio package. Everybody got one. So look at the radio package. You find a part of the package that you can afford, and you send them the money. And then they will promote you that way. But you don't expect for nobody to freely promote you because you're trying to embed a little secret audio in your single. It don't work like that. So make sure you are sending radio stations the actual MP3 without no extra stuff attached to it. We will review it. And if we like what we hear, you'll hear it spinning on this very radio station. That's how that works. So let me see. We got Mary Chia coming up next. She released this a while ago as well. And I'm going to go ahead and spin this one because I haven't played it in a while, just like I haven't played that one in a while. For me, it's about going back in the archives today. So she released this song, and she is independent. And it's a song, and what I loved about the song when she sent it to us was the bass. Listen. Got that little old school bass to it right there. I love it. And it's a song called Going Again.
You're beautiful, like a sunrise, hot like the desert heat, cool as a gentle breeze, butterfly kisses along my cheek.
Come on, Mary Chia.
Spinning all because of you. There I go, I'm gone again. Flying high, so high, I'm gone again. The thought of you captures my mind. My head is on a dizzy. My world is on a sway. Round and round, round and round I go. I'm spinning all because of you.
Yep. I'll be going into my hip hop block in just a little bit.
When I'm with you, can't keep my head out the clouds.
I didn't even know she was a recording artist. When she told us she recorded a single, we said, send it to us. She sent it to us, and we opened it up, and we was like, hey, okay. I was like, Mary Chan, I didn't know that you record music. You always see her interviewing people on a red carpet at events and stuff, because she hosts the red carpets at a lot of our award ceremonies and stuff, but I didn't know that she could sing too. And I believe she got a twin sister. I'm not for sure, but I know her and her siblings, boy, they got some strong genes. But I can't remember if she has a twin sister or not.
I'm gone again, flying high, so high. I'm gone again. I'm gone again.
Hello, everyone. This is Janice Bryan, former Miss San Diego.
Now we're going to get into some Lanesia in just a moment. I need to find out if she got something new out as well. I don't think, we used to wear this one out too when she first dropped it.
Here are some lessons you have to learn. Ooh, there's a time and season for everything, and I know the long wait can feel unreal. Wondering when you're gonna get what you think you deserve. If you think that's how it works, my friend,
it don't. I like how she said that. She said it don't work like that, my friend.
While you're waiting on your blessings, work on yourself.
Uh-huh.
You gotta learn how to kneel and pray. You wait, you gotta learn to not complain. You wait, you gotta learn to ignore the mess. You wait, you gotta learn how not to stress. You wait, you gotta learn to watch your thoughts. You wait, you need to learn to watch your mouth. You wait, you gotta change what's in your
Come on, girl.
You wait, so you can hang on
In there.
God knows what you
Yes.
knows what's in your heart.
Uh-huh.
If he give it to you now, you may crash and burn.
You might crash and burn if he give it to you now. That's what she said.
The kingdom of God.
Uh-huh.
And all the other stuff will be added in time. I'm only sharing with you what I know, because these are the lessons I had to learn. You gotta learn how to kneel and pray. You wait, you gotta learn to not complain. You wait, you gotta learn to
I better turn it down, huh? I might be getting a little bit too happy there. Yes. Basically, guarding your mouth, guarding your thoughts, guarding your heart, so you can hang on in there. That's what she said.
Just remember where your help comes from.
I know that's right.
You need to go to church so you can be saved. See, trials come to make you strong.
Yes.
These are the lessons that will help you grow. I'm trying to share with you what I know. Hang on in there.
Uh-huh.
You wait, you gotta learn to not complain. You wait, you gotta learn to ignore the mess.
While you wait.
You gotta learn how not to stress. You wait, you gotta learn to watch your thoughts.
While you wait.
You gotta learn to watch your mouth. While you wait, you gotta change what's in your heart. You wait,
So you can hang on in there. While you wait.
you gotta learn to not complain.
While you wait.
You gotta learn to ignore the mess. You wait, you gotta learn how not to stress. You wait, you gotta learn to watch your thoughts. You wait, you gotta learn to watch your mouth. You wait, you gotta change what's in your heart. You wait, so you
Yes, yes, yes. Going black just a little bit. I said going black. I meant going back. Just a little bit with Lanasia Tyson in a song called Lessons to Learn. I do remember when she dropped that banger and I heard the tuba, if you will, in the background. I said, oh my God, I love it. Kind of got that little marching band feel. And we did a couple of interviews with Lanasia when we first launched the radio station, and she dropped some great hits right after that as well. I need to check and see if that girl got something new out. But she also released some releases right around Mother's Day as well. She got a really nice Mother's Day tribute that you could actually probably go to iTunes, type her name in. You will see that she released a song. And we do have that spinning every time Mother's Day comes around. We have a Mother's Day playlist that we do put into automation. We're going to do the same thing for fathers as well. So if you are a father, tap into GODradio1.com on Father's Day, and you will hear a whole bunch of music, tribute, spoken word as well, celebrating fathers. Some of it is newer releases, some of it is old releases, some of it is spoken word. There is, I will warn you, at least one track that a brother sent us, and it wasn't necessarily a favorable song about his dad because his dad was not present in his life, but he felt that it was okay to record this song and basically tell the truth. And truth be told, there is a lot of kids out there whose fathers were not present. And it's not leaving a good taste in their mouth. You know, they are definitely going to celebrate their moms because she struggled to provide for them and make sure they had everything they need. Not that he was super disrespectful to his dad, but he didn't have a whole lot of great things to say about growing up without his father in his life. I did have that song playing in rotation for a little bit, and I got some calls on it, like, there's a song on GOD radio. This guy he's not talking about any good things about his dad. And you know, there are a lot of kids that could relate to that. I can guarantee you there was somebody that said, oh, he had the nerve to put that in some lyrics. Yes, he did. He sure did. Because he's not only telling his story, he's telling the story of a lot of other children who have that disappointment in their hearts that they didn't have their dad. And it's even worse when you know your daddy live in the same city as you live in or the same neighborhood and they don't want to have nothing to do with you and they know that you're their kid. There's really no excuse for that. Kind of like no excuse. But that will leave a bitter taste in any kid's mouth. And there will be a little bit of resentment, if not a lot of resentment in that kid's heart. And I'm not saying like kid, because they got to grow up one day. So sometimes that same resentment carries over into their adulthood. And when they become parents themselves, they can remember how growing up without their father impacted them. You would hope that they would not repeat the same thing that their dad did to them. You would hope that they would also become great fathers to their children, despite the fact that they may not have had a great father in their life. But as I said before, Lanasia, it's not a Mother's Day song. Actually, it's a Father's Day song because I'm thinking about the song now. It's called Like My Daddy. That's what she's talking about. She's basically talking about God the Father, but she's also talking about her dad. She had her dad in her life. So just before Lanasia, we were listening to Mary Chia. She's one of San Diego's own. She released a song called Gone Again. And again, this was one of those songs we got right around the pandemic. Everybody was in the studio recording music at that time. She sent that to us. So I believe that's a 2020 release. And then before that, you heard another group right around the time of the pandemic is when we got this one as well. Don't know the year that they actually recorded it in, but it's a group called God Made. And I believe they're either brother or sister or husband and wife. They've got a phenomenal ministry. I know they got more music out there now, but this was one of the earlier releases that we enjoyed playing. And you heard a little snippet of TD Jakes on the front end and the back end. And the song was called Anybody. And again, you're listening to an indie music mix with Evangel behind the ones and twos on GODradio1.com. This next group I'm about to play, believe it or not, they are independent. They own the record label that they signed to. I love that. And I'm talking about the group Fire. I'm about to spin this cut right here, but I want to let everybody from San Diego, if you tuned in right now, watching me on Facebook or listening to me on the radio side, the group Fire is coming to San Diego, and they will be a part of our Jazz at the Creek concert series on Labor Day weekend, August the 30th and the 31st. They will be on the Sunday show, opening up that Sunday show with that Sunday joy. I can't tell you how excited I am because if you've never seen the group Fire minister on stage live, Child, they got a whole stage presence that's going to rock your socks off. If you love New Edition and the Jackson 5 and the Silvers, and y'all know how they had them dance moves and stuff like that, the Group Fire got that. And I don't know of any other gospel group right now today who got that. But the Group Fire does got that. They got that. And they got the voices. They got the harmonies. Each of them can sing lead. They got harmonies like you ain't never heard before. They do the R&B-ish style. They do quartet. They do new school. They do old school. They got an eclectic sound about them as well. But for them to be coming to San Diego for the very first time, I can't tell you how excited I am about that. Now, they're going to be coming before a jazz crowd. You know, this is not going to be a crowd of a whole bunch of churchy folk, but it is going to be some folks there who love jazz, but who also in the church. They're going to get their first introduction of the Group Fire. But I'm so glad they're going to be with us this year. And I want to play this song right here because this song is talking about salvation. He's talking about getting saved and what happened in the service. But I love the way they finesse this, the way they put it in the music and in the song. And that's to draw your attention to what really happened last night. This is the Group Fire right here on GODRadio1.com. So I'm slowing it down just a little bit with this release right here. And then I will be picking it up with some hip hop in just a bit. Let me actually get there really quick because somebody else that's going to be coming to the San Diego County Fair, what's his name? He's coming on somebody else's set. So I'll actually play that going into this cut right here as it plays. Give me just a moment to make some adjustments to my playlist. I'm keeping track of time again. I'm down to my last 15 minutes, but I will get my hip hop in this time. Excited about that. I will make sure it happens. And yes, it's hard to believe, but they are indie, meaning that they own the record label that they signed to. That's what I love about that. I love that. I love when artists, you know, maintain the creative control of their works. And it's not necessarily, you're not watching all the money go out the door and into somebody else's pocket, but it's staying within the family. You see what I'm saying? And then on top of that, for them to be as dynamic as they are, you know, they have such a wonderful sound, wonderful ministry, stage presence, all of that. If you've never seen their videos, you need to see the Group Fire's videos. You know, whoever is spending the money to make sure they got the quality. You see what I'm saying? You can tell somebody got some money because they got some quality in their mixes, their mastering, their video production, all of that. I was like, oh my God. So I'm just knowing that these brothers will be traveling all over the world. But one thing I love is that the fact that their parents and their aunts and uncles and probably their grandparents too made sure they knew the music business, taught them the music business and how to develop and do things so that they don't have to send that money out to other people. They can do it within the camp and continue to build the wealth for the family. That's what I loved about the Group Fire. So I'm really excited that they're coming to San Diego for our Jazz at the Creek. That's Labor Day weekend. And our ticket site is actually live. So if you're looking to purchase tickets now, we got some discounts going on for the month of May. If you lock your tickets in early enough, you're seeing about a $15 to $20 discount off the main price. You want to go to jazzatthecreeksd.com and lock those tickets in. I believe we also have a link with the flyer that we posted on our GODRadio1.com Facebook page as well as our website. But you want to take advantage of that discount ticket. As I said before, we're really excited that they're coming to San Diego. It's going to be a blessing because San Diego, they ain't seen the Group Fire before. They don't know what to expect. But we just know when they come out there on that stage, and I don't even know how they start their concerts off. I'm excited just to see how they start their musical set. I know once they get into the set, it's just going to be flowing. But how do you start the set? See, whatever the first song is that an artist picks when they're getting ready to rock a spot, that's key. Because it ought to be a setup. It ought to be a setup for what the audience is about to get. So I'm curious as to how they're even going to start their musical set. Does it start a cappella? Does it start with one of their hits? Do they start with some dance moves? How it's going to start? I'm excited about that. I can't wait to see it. So we're going into another independent artist by the name of Chili Baby. From the original Gospel Gangsters, he released this song with the Ray and Makeda on the cut, and it's called Bless Your Day. He's going to be with us at the San Diego County Fair. Just found out that he's going to be a part of somebody else's set. Minister RJ is bringing Chili Baby on his set at the San Diego County Fair. So he's got what I would consider to be a veteran OG when it comes to Christian hip hop, because wasn't nobody doing it like the original Gospel Gangsters was doing it. It wasn't no gangsters, if you will, doing Christian hip hop first. The OGGs, them was the first ones I remember hearing. Now the industry's saturated with them, right? But the first ones I remember was the original Gospel Gangsters. I didn't hear nobody spitting like them. Nobody. But anyway, Chili Baby is going to be here. Not for sure what song he's going to do, but I'm looking forward to seeing him as well. This is a song, again, that he released with DeRay on the background and Makeda on the background.
Plant a seed, give it water, then watch it grow. The devil always gonna surface when you're living in your purpose. It's the fact God made you, you fulfill it and you're worth it. So when you go about your way, push around your prey. Watch time fly, he'll bless your day.
Yes, time flies. He said when Yahweh blesses your day. I know that's right. Come on.
I'd rather be the one that's giving. You can receive no frowns or smiles. Best life to the fullest. No being locked up in prison. God protect me from bullets.
He said, God protect me from bullets. I know that's right. Come on here, Chili Baby. He said, protect me from bullets. I know that's right. That's good right there. I need to actually get me another commercial break in here really quick as well. Let me get my commercial set up real quick. Funny how time flies.
There's so much violence in the world, everybody need a hug life. No matter the race or culture or your love life, Yahweh loves us all the same.
Yes, he does love us all the same. He sure do.
Life and death is in the power of the tongue. It's how you speak it. Would you let it live or die for your tongue?
Yes.
Way too short for regret, so the same.
Yes.
Keep your family going, grab a check and keep your head up. I know life can get hard when you fed up, but God is on your side. This Camp 8 Republic in the streets.
Camp 8 Republic. That's what he said. Funny how time flies. Yeah, I love that cut right there. I do. I do. So we're getting into LaJuan and Portia Love with Holy Life. Yes, yes, yes. You got a banger right here.
Holy, I'm not like the old, I'm not. I open up the 66 before I start to scroll. I do. You see Jesus on my feet, I call that Holy Post. If you and me ain't met the link, well then I'm Holy Ghost. Because this that holy life. I got a holy life.
Yes, yes, yes. Gotta write down my stuff really quick.
You see me, that's a holy sight. It's only holy Christ. Got to play for holy spice. I'm living that holy life. Talk to me nice. Mama work for holy Christ. Holy like the holy God. Holy God, holy life. Holy girl, wrong. They thought we was quick to get it. The word was they wrong. Let them know we really got it. More than just a song. Holy wash me like that.
Ooh, that bass. That 808 drop in there, that's ridiculous. Just ridiculous.
You see me, that's a holy sight. It's only holy ice. Got the flavor, holy spice. I'm living that holy life. Mommy talk to me nice. Now I work for holy Christ. Holy like the holy life. Holy girl is holy life. Don't they know that we was made for this? Made for this shit, yeah. Can't stop our own, yeah, we pray for this. Made for this shit, yeah. Don't they know that we was made for this? Made for this shit, yeah. Can't stop our own, yeah, we pray for this. Made for this shit, yeah. Holy life, yeah. Got that holy life. That holy life. Holy life, yeah. It's that holy life. Holy life, yeah. Got that holy life. That holy life. Holy life, yeah. It's that holy life. That's a holy sight. That's a holy sight. Promise on me, holy Christ. Got the flavor, holy spice. I'm living that holy life. It's that holy life.
Yes.
What's
yes,
up,
yes.
fam? It's your girl Eternal.
Got one more hip hop song just before I go to my commercial break. Just a moment.
I'm gonna have an amazing life. I'm so glad that I came to Christ.
So this one is a cut called Crazy About God. And it'll be my last banger here before I go to a commercial break.
Crazy about God. Crazy about God. Crazy about God.
She said, we crazy about God. This is, let me see, his name is called Butta the Preacher. Butta, the. Let me see. Yeah, preacher, spelled regularly. And then it features Shalon or Shalon, or I don't know how to pronounce that name. I think it's Shalon. Torre. And MC Nice is on this cut too. Okay. He must come in at the end. And I saw that MC Nice was on the ballot as well for the Stellar again. He was nominated. And we will know soon enough if we advance to round 2. We will know soon enough. So hopefully we will. The next round of voting will actually start on May the 22nd. So 2 days from now. Today is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So the second round of voting should start this Thursday. And if they might be putting out the list today to show which radio stations advance to round 2. I also want you to know that if you follow the Spin Awards also has their prelim ballot out there as well. If you go to the Spin Awards website, you'll see that you can nominate a radio station, you can nominate a radio show, a radio host. They could be a solo, they could be a duo, a morning show, afternoon, midday, you name it. So we had an opportunity to go last year. And if God says the same, financial things line up where we can go again this year, then we will go. But you all know that Walter Cole was honored as Man of the Year last year. He was really excited about that too. Really excited about that.
I'm so glad that I came to Christ. Jesus, he died, he came to life. Crazy about God. Crazy. Crazy about God. Losing my mind. Crazy about God. Time to think about it. Crazy about God. Brought me out of the dark. Paid my debt with his love.
Yes, he did that. You were listening to an oldie but goodie that was Butta the Preacher featuring, I think her name is Shalon or Shalon Torre, and it had MC Nice on the cut. Before that was El Dewan and Portia Love with Holy Life. You also heard Chili Baby, Thuray, and Makeda with Bless Your Day. And then you also heard the group Fire with About Last Night. I do have to take a quick commercial break. Don't touch that preset. I only got a couple of minutes left. Keep it right here on GODRadio1.com. All righty, y'all. My time is winding down. Today is Tuesday. I'm trying to think, there might be a show on after me today. Maybe not. But I'll make it quick. I'm not going to overstay on the radio today. I will make it quick because we're going to get off early on this day. We're going to get off on time. I didn't get a chance to promote everything that I wanted to promote, but I got a majority of it done. So I think I'll close out my promotion with the fair. and then I'll be getting right off. But I want to thank you all again for tapping into GODRadio1.com. We do appreciate your support of the radio station, those of you who donate to the radio station, those who pray and intercede for the radio station. Thank you for checking in on us. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. And if anybody is chatting, unfortunately, I can't see nothing right now, but I'm just believing by faith. I will go back if you chatted anything and I'll respond to it individually.
San Diego County Fair on Saturday, June 28th. Come out and celebrate with this incredible lineup. Langston Grant, Joy Roy, Kimberly Watt, Latoya Simmons, Minister RJ, Higher Authority, Trayvon Perry, FM2 and Intentional, and Elder John Bernard and Indy Choir. And a special musical tribute of Mandate recording artists celebrating the label's 30-year milestone. Closing out will be the joyous sounds of the one and only David Daughtry. Meet us at the paddock stage to pick up a commemorative t-shirt and celebrate 19 years with the greatest music on earth. For more information, go to GODRadio1.com. For fairground information, go to SDFair.com. Don't miss Gospel Day at the San Diego County Fair. We'll see you there.
Yes. It's going to definitely be a fun time on June the 28th. Please lock that date in and keep it right here on GODRadio1.com for any of your updates. It is that time for me to go ahead and check out. Thank you again for rocking with me for Indie Tuesdays. I love being able to spotlight indie artists, but today was all about going back in the archives and pulling out some older releases that we received a while back when we first launched the radio station. Again, if you want to get your music on this radio station or this show, just email it to us. music@GODRadio1.com. Send us an MP3 copy of your music. Send us the CD artwork or single artwork that goes with your release. Make sure you are registered with SoundScan. And it also helps if you put in the subject box indie music, indie artist, or just put new music. We will take a listen to it. And if we like what we hear, you will hear it spinning on this station. You all have an absolutely blessed and amazing day. And if God says the same, I'll be right back with you tomorrow on Wednesday, Hump Day. And hopefully I'll have some information about whether or not we advanced to round 2 for the Stellar Awards. You all be blessed right here on GODRadio1.com. Alrighty, I'm going on the radio side. And again, you all have an absolutely blessed and amazing day as well. And hopefully I will have some information for you tomorrow to see if we advanced to round 2. Hopefully we did. I hope we did. If it's not, meant for us to advance to round 2, praise God, we did finally win the Stellar on last year. 2024 being a very significant year that I won't ever forget. I just thank God for his grace, his mercy, his favor, his tender loving kindness. And I also thank God for all of you. Have an absolutely